Welcome to episode 98.
Magical Household
Bathroom.
Join us today as we talk about the mundane and magical ways that we are showing up as witches and humans in the bathroom.
The bathroom as a place of nurturing, a place maybe of self-reflection, and a place of clearing.
Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Witchy Wit podcast, where we look at life through a witchy lens. I'm Kimberlyn.
I'm Leilani.
At Witchy Wit, we explore current events,
Ideas,
music and books,
and experiences in ways that recognize energy and life in everybody and everything.
We are both real witches.
And we bring two real perspectives through the lens of our different ages,
Races,
and backgrounds.
with a healthy skepticism for what we have been told is true. Our conversations are raw, candid, and vulnerable.
Join us as we cast a spell to uncover what we each know is true in our intuitive, witchy selves.
Welcome to episode 98.
The Magical Household Bathroom.
Yay! So take us through what's going to happen today.
So we're going to do a quick check-in about how we're doing outside of magical stuff. Mm-hmm. And then we will move into discussing a series that we have, which is Magical Household. We have already done one episode, which is episode 93, The Magical Kitchen. And then now we're going to move into a different room, the bathroom. Mm-hmm. And believe it or not, it's a pretty magical place in there.
Good. I'm glad we're going to have this discussion.
And then we're going to close with a short poem.
That sounds
okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Go, please.
Okay. So, I feel like I'm confessing something. My name is Leilani, and I'm not really into fashion.
Hello, Leilani.
Right? So I'm in my early 40s, and I've never really been into fashion. Like, that's never really been my thing. It just never really has been. And I don't judge people who it is their thing. I know some people who have fashion are like fashion icons on social media. I know people who do fashion podcasts. I know people who are really into fashion just as a consumer, like it's something that they enjoy. So I've seen that up close, and it's just not my thing. It never has been. And then I went into the pandemic, and in the pandemic, I really pulled away from a lot of collective experiences as a culture. And then we come out of the pandemic, and I realized that like people have moved on.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
And that because of my pulling away from like a lot of popular media, I don't see things the way that other people are plugged into popular culture see things. So that's where I'm coming from. So, my partner got out of school and got a job. So then I was like, oh, hey, like I have some expendable income. It might be fun to like check back in and see what type of pants we're wearing now. And then get some pants. Mm-hmm. And because I went to the store because I needed pants, mm-hmm. and I was like, I don't know what pants to get. So then I went down this big rabbit hole, and it took me a long time. Here's what I came up with.
Okay.
Number one, I'm looking for something classic. I'm not looking for the latest trend, so I'm not looking to be a trendsetter. I'm just looking for something classic that is on trend because classics are always on trend.
Right.
Number two, I don't want anything colorful or patterned. Black is what I'm looking for. Solid color black, maybe some other neutrals. White, gray. White I'm a little on the edge about because I have to wash it separately and I always get it dirty. So I'm like sparing with the white. Grays, browns, black. Always coming back to black. Number three, I want to be able to look into my closet, close my eyes, stick my hand in the pants section, stick my hand in the shirt section, and know they're going to match. I don't want to have to match things. I don't want outfits. I just want a bunch of interchangeable parts. I learned about something called a capsule wardrobe. Mm-hmm. That's basically what a capsule wardrobe is. That's what I'm looking for. Mm-hmm. Less is more. Less pieces, more options to match. That's what I'm going for. The last one, when I have questions, I now go to AI.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And I type in my question. I say, what would a Gen Xer offer as fashion advice to this question? And then I ask the question, and then AI answers it back. Can I wear these pants with this shoe with these shoes?
What?
So, and then my last point, number 6. I don't look for outfits because I don't want to have to match. I don't want to have to match things. I don't want things that only go with certain things. I want to be able to close my eyes and reach in and whatever matches. I've been looking for silhouettes.
Ooh.
So what sort of silhouette am I looking at that's classic? So for example, a tight compression-y style top with loose fitting pants. That's my silhouette.
Huh.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
So I pick silhouettes, and that way I can buy neutral colored things that all mix and match together to form the silhouette. So I maybe this is available somewhere, but this is like me. I feel like I've been like macheting my way through the fashion jungle trying to figure this out. And that's what I've come up with. So that's where I'm going.
That is fabulous. Look, yay. And I believe I
am wearing my fall silhouette, which is a boxy loose crop top, high-waisted black leggings, white socks that are a little higher than crew. I don't know what these are called. Crew socks. And then my white tennis shoes. This is my fall athleisure silhouette.
It's beautiful. I noted it. I believe I noted it as you came in.
You did.
Yes.
Thank you. And because it is, the high today is 80 in San Antonio,
I
felt like I could wear my fall silhouette.
Yeah. And it is very classic. And what I love about it, first of all, it's you.
Thank you.
Or sorry, let me I reference. First of all, it really reminds me of you. Is that close enough?
Yeah,
okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, and then and it's really highly functional, which also reminds me of you.
Thank you.
And so I mean, I could see you doing handstands in that. I could see you, if you wanted to, running in that.
I don't want to, but thank you. I could.
You could, and you can also cook in it. You could probably, I don't know how you feel about teaching in it, but there's a number of different things that you can do in that. So it's classic, but it's also utilitarian. You can really use that where you can sport that silhouette in a number of different places.
Thank you
very
so
nicely.
Much. Thank you so much.
And it suits your body, which is I guess maybe we should have said something about that earlier, but
thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay. It really was a lot of work.
I can only imagine if you're not following. It's so easy to go on YouTube and there's the 12 things that every woman needs or whatever. If you're not going to do that, if you're trying to find out exactly what works for you, there's a lot of bushwhacking involved because you just no one's charted you before, right?
Right. I am uncharted.
You're well, not anymore. You've been charted.
Yes, thank you.
And charted well.
Thank you so much. Okay. All right. Would you like to check in? I would love to hear.
I would love to check in. So over the pandemic, a dear friend of mine who lives on the East Coast and I have maintained our relationship and continued to bond by watching television on Zoom. So basically, what we do is we FaceTime each other, and so we have our phones up on little stands, and then we open a Zoom room, and then we'll watch something. I think initially we were watching This Is Us, and then that went out. Then that finished, and then we watched The Gilded Age, which is glorious, and cussed and talked our way through, and Just Like That, which is the Sex and the City reboot, and so. One of the things that she had been mentioning over and over again is Yellowstone, and through talking with you, I realized it's because it's super, super popular, and the production values are incredible. It's kind of like The Gilded Age, but for the Wild Wild West, right, for Montana. And so we were trying to, we looked online. That fucking show is not free anywhere. We looked all the various. Usual suspects, and on Prime you have to rent it or purchase purchase it or whatever, and even on Peacock you got one episode for free, and then you have to upgrade to their premium level to get the rest of it. And then I thought to myself, because that's what I call myself when I'm talking to myself, actually doesn't matter. Anyway, I said, why don't I go to the library and check out the DVDs? Remember those?
I do remember that, but I don't think I would have remembered that was even an option.
But we are so conditioned now. After just a few years, to look online, to look online for our entertainment, to look online for our news, for everything, and so I old schooled it. I went to the library. I got the DVDs. I learned that Zoom, because of the encoding, Zoom would not allow us to play the DVDs. But I've got a DVD ripper. I ripped those babies. They're sitting on my computer now as we speak. So we watched 3 episodes already, and it's true. It's just gorgeous. It's really gorgeous. Good dialogue, complex characters, etc., etc. But anyway, the point is that I didn't let no stinking lack of internet access stop me. I just went. I OG'd it.
You did.
I got the DVDs. The DVDs.
I just think, here's the deal. Okay, here's some little, do you remember that sound? And then there's multiple DVDs. Yeah. I guess if I really wanted to really OG it, I would have like a VHS, but yeah,
I actually have a player.
Yeah, stone tablets with the cards. Here's what I have to say about this. I think your brain is sexy. I think that's hot. I think the scrappiness is sexy.
Oh yeah, being not getting stymied, not letting an obstacle. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
I do.
Thank you. Yeah, it's like, no, we're not. This is not going to happen. We're not going to be able to watch it. We're not going to be able to watch this show. So yeah. DVDs, my friend, they still make them. When I first showed it to you, your jaw kind of dropped. It's like, what?
I said, this library still has DVDs? That was my thought. I literally did not think that the library still had...
Oh, yeah.
Had DVDs.
Still making them, obviously, because they have... I have seasons 1 and 2 here, but I believe they have seasons 4, 3 and 4 as well. And I think it's in season 5. So
wow.
So they'll be out on DVDs eventually.
Yeah.
They're still there, my friends!
Yeah, and fun fact, the prequel filmed some in San Antonio on Broadway Street, so
woohoo.
We're going to be, our city is going to be
featured. Yeah, as well it should. Yeah. So I don't know about Broadway, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how they do that. So anyway,
there we go.
That's me. Thank you for allowing me to share some of my experience.
I love that, like, my check-in involved AI and your check-in involved DVDs. Just like
2 different witches, 2 different ages. Yeah. So anyway, all right. So let's hop into the magical household.
So like I said before, we do have this is a part of a series. We're going to go room by room. We already did the kitchen. That's episode 93. So you can go back and find that. But it's just where we're spending some time in each room of our household talking about the magical and the mundane that's available to any sort of level of experience or practitioner.
That's a good point. I like that. So bathroom. When you first mentioned this, I have not a love-hate, what's the word I'm looking for? I like to spend time in the bathroom, and I don't like to spend time in other people's bathrooms or public bathroom. I'm leery. I'm easily squicked, and the bathroom has so many squickable aspects, right? Am I right?
Oh yeah. I'm laughing because literally day 0 of our interactions with the Camino, we were sharing a space, so we're sharing rooms together, which means we did elect to have a private bathroom every place we stayed, which I appreciated.
Oh, yes, me too.
But like, we're together, and I went and took a shower because I'm a nighttime shower. I went and took my shower, brushed my teeth, was ready for bed, and you came to me and you said,
"Oh, I forgot."
But the bath mat needs to be put up onto the side of the bathtub after every use and not left on the ground because then it gets gross.
Well, yeah, because then you walk in on your the shoes that have been outside where dogs pee and poop and cars drive through
and then
dead animals.
And I go use the bathroom and I put my feet on
that same mat that you then step out with your pristine foot after your shoes.
Yes. So internally my brain said, this is a hill Kimberlyn will die on. I will comply.
Oh, thank you
and
so
I
much.
did.
Thank you so much.
It was fine.
Thank you.
But what struck me was the intensity. Like I could tell, and you were very polite, and you were I could tell you were really trying to not like steamroll me, but I could really sense the importance with you. And so whenever I brought up this episode, so to me the magical bathroom is like easy smeezy mac and cheesy. But when I suggested it, I saw you like squish up in the same way as when you came to me with the bath mat issue. So
yeah,
I'm here for it.
Thank you. I have some. There's some issues there. There's some things going around, and that some unexplored. Because I just don't have the time to dive as deeply into it. But thank you. But I'm open to this experience. Thank you for allowing me to do this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
can I talk a little bit more about why?
Yeah.
So my experience with the bathroom it's not been like a bad one, but it's just that there's so many things that there's so many things that you do in the bathroom. I know one of the things that you mentioned was cleanliness. So getting, taking showers, washing hands, etc. And there's other things that happen in the bathroom that are not, they're not dirty as in something, something to be ashamed of, but there's like bacteria and stuff. And some people are not as concerned about it as apparently I am. And so it's that I think it's that gap between what I personally feel I need and what other people feel they're able to do. That and this is and I'm talking about public bathrooms, not necessarily bathrooms shared with friends, but that I'm constantly confronted with, and so I think it's the stress of that more than the actual cleanliness or dirtiness of the bathroom that causes my brain to just run around in circles, and so it's just a fraught topic for me. Again, thank you for allowing me to explore that.
Thank you for being willing to explore it with me. Because I could tell whenever we were like, what room do we want to do next? And I was like, the bathroom.
Sorry, I think I'm clenching right now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit more, because there are aspects of it that I do. I don't make it sound like I don't go in my bathroom. People I do. Okay, so no fear.
I think I use your guest bathroom, and it's delightful.
Oh, good.
There's like essential oil soaps that I always, as I'm walking out of the bathroom, I'm always like,
yeah,
because my hands always smell so nice.
Yes. So would you care to share any of your experience in terms of the bathroom, or like just your immediate thought or kind of response?
So my bathroom is probably my favorite place to be in my house.
Yeah.
And whenever there are some people that I'm very good friends with that when I spend the night at their house, I love, one of my favorite things is being in their shower and using their stuff, like using their like fancy soaps or fancy brushes and stuff like that. Like, I just think it's such a fun thing to like get to experience people's daily routines, such intimate things about them, and I get to like use their little soap. You get to use their face wash, get to use their little face scrubber thing, you know. So, and then talk about it, and then I come out and like, oh my gosh, I love your face cleanser. Like, oh my gosh, my face feels so good. Oh, I know, I bought it from here, and I really were like, oh my gosh, like, like it's just a fun.
So it's kind of spa-like almost.
For you. It's fun. It's like a fun thing for me.
Huh.
So
no fear, apparently. I hear no fear in your voice.
And like on the Camino, the first thing I did, which I think the Camino is an interesting thing because it really essentialized every aspect of the day. There was no room for anything extra.
Oh, for sure.
Whenever the first thing I did when I got to the rooms was I drug our luggage up. I set our
Yes,
luggage.
you did.
I set our luggage up like on a surface horizontal so that you could access it, so I could access it. And then the first thing I did was I went into the bathroom and I took either a shower or a bath depending on what was available. That was the first thing I did.
Yeah. I wouldn't know that because I was like
You weren't there.
I was usually like only about 2/3 or halfway there when you were in the room. But I understand that took place pretty much every day.
It did.
I knew because I saw the bath mat hanging over the thing.
There you go.
Yeah. So is that like a sense of kind of nesting for you, or kind of making that room your own?
It's a sense of it's nesting for me. It's a sense of like bringing me back to my body. And of self-care and of grounding. So I just think that the bathroom is a place that has a lot of facets that can be so both magical and mundane. So I kind of listed a couple of different ways that it can be that, and I thought we could maybe talk about each one.
That'd be lovely. Yeah.
So one of the first ones was the bathroom as a place of self-care and nurturing.
Yeah.
So both like this can be like nurturing and also challenging.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on that?
No, I totally agree. So I rarely let people into my bathroom, my back bathroom, but there's a number of things. I have a neti pot. I have easily about 40 oils on various different oil holders. And I'm trying to think what else I have, so that's a place where I create what I consider my magic elixir for the day. So instead of just putting on lotion, what I do is I have a mixture of olive oil and coconut oil. And then I will put that in my hand and then put a few drops of whatever oils I think I need that day. And then that's what I use on my body. So that's usually like the first, close to the first thing I do during the day. And so there is that sense of kind of, I don't think of it as armor, but maybe there's a protective element to it, but it's also, I'm absorbing some of the energy from the oil and it's just kind of fitting me for the day. So there's that for me. There's also, I love to shower. I have a raindrop shower head. So I love, I do a couple of mantras about like, washing things away, releasing stuff. And that is, to me, I'm cleaning my body, but I'm also doing this really magical work. So there's a lot of magic that goes on in my bathroom, and it went on in the bathrooms when we were on the Camino and when I travel, but it never happens for me in public bathrooms. And maybe we can talk a little bit about the public and private, because or even other people's bathrooms, depending on if I allow myself to nest like you do, like take my stuff out of my oils out of the bag, and kind of start to open up to the possibility that it could be a little bit more nurturing, as opposed to just go in, do your business, and get out of there. So that's at least my initial thoughts. What are your initial thoughts?
So, I love what you said about, we were talking when you started talking about like your self-nurturing of like the image of you with your oil, like your coconut oil, and then you adding your essential oils. I can easily transfer that back a couple hundred years and seeing somebody, seeing you like in a robe, like heating something up and you're stirring it and you're adding oils, and like that to me is like very magical.
Oh, can I add one other thing? So one of the things that I do when I usually pour that in my left hand, and then I always stir that 3 times. Once I put all the oils and stuff in there, I stir it 3 times, and then I rub it onto my palms and do whatever I need to do. But I do it's 3 times makes a spell.
3 times makes a spell. I love that. So I think for me too, the bathroom is really a place of nurturing for me, and I think the sacred and the mundane really mix there for me. It could just be the idea of putting lotion on my body could just be a very mundane experience of me slapping some lotion on my body, or it can be me as I'm rubbing it into my legs, thanking my legs for being there. Thank you for carrying me this day. Like, thank you for holding me up as so I could walk around my campus and see my students, and then I also, a little different from you, I have a base lotion that is like from a brand that I really like, but it's just lotion. It's fancy lotion. And then I add different things into the lotion. And I do not stir it 3 times. I kind of like mash my hands together and smear it around, hope that it all mixes. But like, I think I really like that. That's a new magical practice for me. And then as I put it on my body, I'm infusing my body with these things, these oils. But I also add intention. Like if I'm sick, wellness. If I'm tired, deep sleep,
Brilliant, yeah.
And I think it's just an intentional thing. And and I do find it interesting. I don't know. I don't really want to spend too much time figuring it out. But sometimes people comment on like, oh my gosh, do you like put lotion on your skin? It's so nice. And I like to think that they're not actually commenting on my lotion usage. I like to think that they're tapping into something more. I like to think that they're like picking. I think, I don't know, because I have really light skin, so like I don't think that people are actually picking up on like whether or not I don't know. Maybe other people get asked if they put lotion on their skin.
I don't recall that being a topic of conversation.
I don't think it is normally, but I think what they're picking up on is like the magical work that's being done.
Probably.
So, and I'm always just like, thanks. It's especially nice as a dancer to put lotion on my skin because people are touching me when I dance. But I like to think that that they're picking up on the energetic stuff that's going on there. Oh, right. I would imagine so. Yeah. I would love for you to talk a little bit more, if you don't mind, what your like being in the bathroom kind of means for you, like experiencing the bathroom itself, the room. Are we talking about in connection to self-care and nurturing, or just in general? I was thinking in general, but okay, in general, yeah. In general, I think it is a place of getting rid of what I no longer need and what doesn't serve me anymore, and taking on what I am wanting. Oh, may I please. That is such a beautiful way, as opposed to saying washing the dirt off my butt. I mean, I love that. Could you say that again, please? Yeah, it's a place of getting rid of what no longer serves me, what I no longer need, and then taking on what is going to serve me. I'm holding my hand on my head to keep it from exploding all over your new outfit. Right? Oh my gosh, I'm going to need to sit with that. And that might help me get over some stuff with the bathroom, because I think of it as this place of cleanliness and dirtiness, and trying to avoid all of the dirtiness as much as possible with like the bath mat, and trying to keep the cleanliness, trying to let the cleanliness overweigh the dirtiness, so that oh my gosh, there's some work I need to do around this. You're like, yeah, bitch. yeah, you got some stuff to drop. You got some stuff to release that no longer serves you. But I love that, because it's like you sloughing off dead skin, right? Sloughing up. Wow. Okay. I think something I know about me is I love liminal space. I love, that's why I like the spring and the fall. I love liminal spaces, and that's why I love bridges in music. Like musically, bridges, like our transitions. Bridges are normally my favorite parts of songs. I love movement. I love the transitions. So, and to me, the bathroom is a place of transitions. For sure. Of getting rid of and taking on new, whether that be in self-care or clearing out or shedding, it just is a place where I can get rid of it and feel, and I mean, who doesn't feel good after taking a good shit?
Yep.
You know?
Check on that.
Right? I'm like, look at that. Look what my body just did.
Yeah, woohoo! Okay.
Get out of here.
Flush that.
See you later.
And then you get the bidet out. It's like, woohoo! Okay. So, oh my gosh, I so appreciate this because you're helping me to change 66 years of thinking, or maybe 64, because I'm sure I didn't think about this as a child, but as a baby. But wow, and it reminds me a little bit of the kitchen too, of our discussion about the kitchen as being this alchemical, this place where alchemy takes place, and so is the bathroom, right? I mean, where we're literally transforming food in. Well, we don't need to go too deeply into this, but wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, because I need to talk because this is a podcast, so I'm not going to sit here in silence, but damn.
Well, I thank you for bringing that up. Like, it is a place of alchemical magic, I think. Like, the kitchen, and I see it as very connected to the kitchen. It's like the yin and yang of the kitchen, the light to the dark, or the day to the night. It's like this matched set with the kitchen. Where the kitchen is a lot of what we put into my body, right? The bathroom is a place for taking it out of my body and then also clearing off my body.
Sorry, I'm crying. Oh my God. I can't believe. Oh my gosh. That's such a beautiful way of putting that. And I think that's going to help me. Maybe, I don't think it's going to help me get over my squicks. Because let's be clear, I've had it for a while. But wow.
What's landing with you?
What is landing for me is that a lot of the quote unquote problem I've had with it is just I've thought of the bathroom as a dirty place that I'm constantly trying to keep clean and trying to purify. And with all of the complications with using that word, and not recognizing it's like anything else. Like we need trash men. We need, we need these people. It's a blessed work that they do. Oh, and the bathroom is doing that kind of work for me, and I haven't acknowledged it, and I haven't held that space for the beauty of the work. Wow. Whew.
I'm so moved by how moved you are.
Are you a reflexive crier too when someone
I am. Those mirror neurons are strong. I'm just
wow.
Your depth is really powerful for me, and I'm so surprised because I feel like you're the one that has taught me so much about my body, and I actually thank my body because of you.
Well, it totally, but this, I leapt over this little lesson, or this huge lesson,
because you would be the one that would, I can't even remember. It was like probably over a decade ago at Ritual, we were doing something and you were talking about like thanking the feet for carrying us and thanking the legs for, like how we don't even, you were just sharing about how most of the time we don't even think about the miracle that is our body and the way that it shows up for us every day. And that was so impactful for me. Like you are the reason that when I put lotion on, I thank the different parts of my body.
Oh, thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. Well, see, and you've given me this gift back, right? You've given me this opportunity to really appreciate and to recognize this beauty and this blessing that I've just totally ignored. It's probably repressed or pushed away. So, wow, thank you.
Thank you for not shutting down the idea of this episode.
Oh my gosh! Yeah. The listeners are like, "What the hell are they talking about?" But thank you. Anyway, wow. Okay, so now I think I feel a little bit lighter in terms of discussing the rest of our episode. Wow. Sorry, I have to keep sniffling now, but yeah, okay.
So maybe we kind of brought it up, like the bathroom as a place of clearing and shedding.
Yeah.
I like to think of when I'm in the shower or in the bath as a magical tool of clearing out the things I no longer need. So it's again like the literal meets the magical. I'm literally scrubbing off the dead skin. I'm scrubbing off the dirt or the sweat or the chalk from the gym, or the baby throw up from work. Like I'm literally scrubbing it off, but then magically I think of getting rid of the things that I no longer need, and I watch them go down the toilet and think like bye-bye. Thank you
Bye-bye,
for
yeah.
serving me, and
Flush.
you're no longer needed. Or I watch them go down the drain. Bye-bye. Thank you for, you no longer serve me. Thank you for what you did. Thank you for your service, and
Yeah.
moving on.
Thank you for your service. Well, and it's so funny because I never think about that so much with the toilet, but with the shower, definitely I think of, it's helping me to release some things, but I'm also taking stuff in. So the water coming down over my head allows me to kind of refill those spaces. And I think of it as just, symbolic of just like the love of the universe or the goddess or whatever, flowing into me, flowing past me, flowing, through me. But also this opportunity for me to be intentional about my thoughts as I'm releasing stuff. So what am I going to fill in? And so one of the things that the shower reminds me of is to, think about, okay, this water is sweeping over you. What can it sweep over you? What can you take on with that? Wow, that's beautiful.
I would like to share with you magic that I do.
Oh, okay.
Toilet paper magic.
Toilet paper magic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. There's something that I want out of my life.
Wow, okay. Okay, my head's fixing to explode again.
Okay.
Go on, girl.
Here's some things
Let's hear it.
here's what I do. Here's some things that I've learned. Marker on a piece of toilet paper. I normally do it on the toilet paper roll because, fun fact, toilet paper bleeds through. So do not do this. Do not put a piece of toilet paper on your bathroom sink and then write on it, because that marker will bleed through on.
And then everyone using your bathroom after that will
know what you're getting rid of.
Thank you. Appreciate that tip.
I keep the toilet paper on the roll.
Okay.
And I write on that piece of toilet paper what I want to get rid of. And then I do my business. And I wipe with that piece of toilet paper. Now, if there's a lot of wet ink, I might put that piece of paper in the toilet first and then do my business.
Or wrap it around, more paper around
or
it. Okay.
Yeah. But you can either put it in there and then do my thing on top of it, or depending on the wetness of the ink. And then
I love this. I love this.
I'm getting rid of it, right? And then I turn around and I look and I thank it for its service. Thank you for serving me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for teaching me, because there's always something
There's a lesson.
There's always a lesson. And then I flush that shit literally down.
Yeah, literally. What? I'm thinking of other potential things that I like people's names, but no. Okay.
Yeah.
It's almost like witch bottles, but less intense, but definitely carrying a lot of that symbolism.
I'd like to think that this is the modern low supply version of witch bottle.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's huge. Easily 20 years ago, has to be because of my age, but I remember 20 years ago, maybe a little bit less, doing some ritual about, like, when I took out a tampon or I was had a pad, and tying it up and thanking the baby that it wasn't.
Whoa.
Saying, I hope you find a home or whatever. And I remember doing that for a couple of months. I can't remember what sparked that, but that same type of intentionality with something that came out of me, and then tying that in with a little bit of magic.
Oh, now you're blowing my mind.
Yeah.
Whoa, I love that.
That, this is not my life. This is not the life that I'm welcoming into you, but I'm, I'm freeing you so that you can find it somewhere else.
Wow. Because every no is a yes. Like every no to something is a yes to something else. Wow. Particularly
since we had our
child-free episode.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Wow. But yeah. Well, I'm glad. So I'm so glad, because I there was trepidation when we said we were going to do this episode. So this has been wonderful.
Now you're blowing my mind.
Yeah. And obviously we're just literally scratching the surface. Hopefully not covered with magic marker. Right. But and one of the things I'm hoping that our exploration is doing is allowing other people to think of different ways in which the bathroom serves them, right? Because this is, wow. Yeah.
So I'm speaking a little bit for you, but I think that this is something we've established. You and I are more elemental witches. The bathroom is a place of the elements for me. Just like the kitchen is a place of the elements. I love candles in my bathroom.
Yes,
I love something as simple as, instead of turning on a light and showering, I light a larger size candle, and that's enough light that I can bathe in it without the lights on.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and so we've got fire, we've got air.
We got water, shit tons of water.
Yeah, we got scents, like, so that's air. We got water. Normally, like some essential oils or things like that for earth. Like, there's just like, it's all there.
Oh, there's a lot of earth coming out. we got lots of earth,
coming out.
Yeah, in the bathroom. Yeah,
so for me, it's a very elemental experience.
Thank you for. It's not even reframing it, because maybe it is, but thank you for giving me this opportunity to see this in this totally different way.
I'm not really super into gods and goddesses. I wonder if there are any gods or goddesses that people view as being connected to the bathroom.
Probably Hera, because she's hearth, but often people kind of connect the hearth with kitchen. I'm trying to think. Mercury, because isn't he about getting the shit out? I mean, not literally getting the shit out, but releasing and yeah. So we need to do some work on that. Well, actually, we don't.
No.
but that's an. I think that's a wonderful idea for a podcast. Are like different associations with goddesses in terms of the home or tarot, whatever. So,
And I did a ritual when we were over Zoom about a bath, and I thought it was.
I loved it.
So this was whenever we were separated due to COVID, and so we were doing rituals over Zoom, which was a whole interesting thing.
Oh my gosh, yes.
To just in general, but one of the things I loved about this ritual was some women in our group created sachets. Little bags, and they were filled with like bath salts and other things, and then they went around and dropped them off on everyone's porches, because at this time we couldn't even see each other, you know. And then part of the ritual was over Zoom, we turned off the cameras, and we had some protections, like just in case there was because Zoom often did funny things.
Yes. Unexpected things.
I think because of our magic. Anytime we did energy raising, Zoom just would like shit out on us. But and then we had one of the women created like a slideshow that played so that even if someone's camera accidentally came on, it wouldn't show. And so that was really nice. But then we all took baths.
Yes.
Some people took foot baths. I like submerged myself in a bath. Another woman like sat in her bathroom and brushed her hair. It just depended on what level they wanted to engage in. Yeah.
I remember one woman went to a friend because she loved her friend's clawfoot bathtub, and she did the ritual there. And her friend's probably like, okay. You want to, sure.
You want to come over take that? Okay.
And bring your camera?
Yeah, okay. And that was just a way of us doing. One woman described it separate but together, and I loved that because we were all separate, and we did this thing separate but together when we were so disconnected. So
oh, it was magical. I remember. Did we do a little trance work with that
did,
too?
Yeah.
And because just sitting, and I don't have a really good bathtub. It's shallow. If the top half is underwater, if the bottom half isn't, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's not the most conducive. Thank you. It's not the most conducive, but it was still wondrous for me to be able to do that. You know, to we were taking baths together. You know, that was amazing.
And as we say it now, I'm thinking, like, I guess I had never realized how much the bathroom is, like, an important thing to me, but also how it is, it has some other context to other people.
Oh, for sure. For sure. So our poem is by Whitney Hansen, a poem from the bathroom floor.
I would describe her as being, like, a very... So I'm going to sound like an English teacher.
Okay, there we go.
Like she really shows up in the way that I think a lot of our modern poets show up, which is they're on social media a lot. So you can find her on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube. Like she's just there. She also is published with a number of books. I found this poem came across my social media feed, which is a way that I I get a lot of poetry nowadays.
I love it.
But this poem really spoke to me, both as someone who's on a journey of a lifetime journey of self-exploration and development, and also as someone who finds the bathroom as a place of nurturing and privacy and healing. I traveled back in time today. I saw myself broken and on a bathroom floor, and I broke again, but this time it was different.
This time it was not my pain that broke me. It was the overwhelming love I felt for the girl who thought she was worthless.
I can't wait until the day she realizes she means everything to me.
Everything.
Thank you for joining us today as we continue our magical journey through the household in the bathroom.
We hope you have enjoyed the magic that has unfolded here at Witchy Wit.
It would be great if you would help make Witchy Wit possible and get access to exclusive content by donating on Patreon.
We'd love it if you join our Witchy community and enjoy shareable content on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.
Would you do us a big favor and support us by rating and reviewing us wherever you get your podcasts? It's free and helps witchy folks find us.
Feel free to email us at witchywitpodcast@gmail.com. We love to hear from our community. Reach out and let us know what's brewing in your cauldron.
New episodes are released every second and fourth Friday. Follow us on your favorite podcasting platform so our episodes go right to your playlist. You can listen as you ride your broom.
Stay witchy, y'all!